Hi, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making one of my family's all-time favorites, and probably one of your family's favorites eventually, and maybe in the past they've had it, you've made it, your grandma's made it, but this is my version of peach cobbler. And I'll have all of my ingredients posted down below, and if that's the way you make it, let me know. And if you have a different way, let me know that too. I'd like to try it. So first I'm going to start out with a half a cup of cold water. I actually have a cup here, so I better be measuring it right, hadn't I? A half a cup of cold water. And then I am going to add in it 2 tablespoons of butter. Then I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Not much. I don't even put a full teaspoon in mine. I'm going to add a cup of sugar and a cup of flour. And then about a tablespoon of baking powder. The other night it was my youngest grandson's birthday. And he was going to stop over. And I had his youngest son. He's 3 years old. Well, he'll be 3 years old at the end of next month. And he was going to stop over and pick him up. I'd been watching him, and he was out in the living room with Grandpa. He's 3 going on, I think, 15. That is the goingest child and everything that I have ever in my life seen. I mean, he wants to do everything. He'll say, "I can do it." And I always tell him, "I know you can do it, but let Grandma help." "No, I can do it." And he's so funny because I'm the only one in the family with a southern accent. Mine's about gone. I've been up here long enough that in Ohio that I don't have that much anymore. So I said, okay. But he come out in the out in the kitchen, and he says, "What you doing, Mama?" I said, "Well, honey, I'm going to add a little more water." I said, "Well, honey, it's Daddy's birthday this week. I'm making him a peach pie." I can do it. Let me get my stool." So Grandpa had built a little step stool, for the bathroom. He ran in the bathroom, got his stool. Well, when he says he can do it, you might as well back off, because he's going to do it. So, and then you put this in your prepared pan that I got ready ahead of time. And there. So he runs in the other room, gets his little stool, come running through the kitchen. He's as cute as he can be. And he climbs up on his stool and he says, "Okay, what do I do?" And I said, "Well, honey, Grandma's got the pie crust all made up. I got to roll it out." I can roll it. Well, I have thanked my daddy a million times, I think, that he bought me a marble rolling pin when I first got married. And the kids love to use it because they don't have to press down too hard. So he gets this rolling pin, and I said, well, honey, we've got to get it laying on the counter first. Hold on, you're in a hurry. And he only has one speed, and that's fast. So I said, take some flour and put it on the counter. So of course he, like that. And I said, Connor, slow down. I can't. I said, yes, you can. So he did. A little bit, not much, but a little bit. Every little bit helps when it comes to him. So he got slowed down a little bit. Oh my goodness. And he said, now what I do? So I knew then that I was fighting a losing battle. So, okay, after I do this, then I put that in the bottom. Then I get my peaches. You take about a pint. I think I've got about a pint and a half here. Maybe. And you add to that 1.5 tablespoons of butter. And then you add 1.5 cups of boiling water. And this water was boiling when I started, so it's okay. Okay, you put that all together, your butter and your water and your berries. I've got 2 tablespoons, basically 2 tablespoons of butter in there. And then you're going to pour this over top of your batter. I'm going to spoon it because I know I'll make a mess. You know me. So anyway, Connor gets his ball of dough. I got that out for him. And he starts rolling it. He got it all rolled out pretty good. Now what I do? I said, well, we put it in our pie pan. So he put it in there. I said, now you can't poke a hole in it. You got to do it real easy. So fold it over. So he did. I was so surprised. He folded that over so gentle. Did not get a hole in it or nothing. Okay. Now do we bake it? I said, no, we've got to put our peaches in it. So he grabbed a peach to put in it. I said, we have to mix them up. So I told him to put the flour and sugar and stuff in it. So he did. He said, I can do it now, Mom. I can do it. Give it to me. So I just handed him the measuring cup. I thought, well, Daddy will love it no matter what. If we get too much or too little, it'll be okay. So he went ahead and I'm going to set this in the preheated oven that I've got here now. And I'm going to leave it in there for 30 minutes. Okay. So anyway, Connor goes and puts that the peaches in. He puts his flour and sugar and everything in. And then he pours it in his pie shell. And I said, Connor, you've got to get this around the edges done. What'd I do? And I said, well, we're going to pinch it up. He goes, okay, I pinch it. So he pinches it all the way around. And I said, okay, now we're going to roll it out again some more and make a top for it. And we're going to cut it. And I cut my top for my pies with a pizza cutter. So I gave him the pizza cutter, and some of them are big and some of them are little, but that's okay. Connor did good. So he cut them, and I said, now let's lay them on the pie. And he did. It was so pretty. I said, that's one time I'd give anything in the world. I'd give $1,000 if I'd had the video setting up and videoed all that. Well, Daddy comes in. They come in to pick him up. Daddy, come here, I made you a pie, And I'm telling you, the Southern accent come out on him. He said, I rolled it, I pinched it, and then I cut it. And Josh asked him, he said, how'd you do that? And he told him again, and Josh asked him 3 times, how'd you do that? Well, I rolled it, I pinched it, and I cut it. Josh's wife said, Josh, that's enough. He said, I can't help it. I got to hear him say that again. But he was the cutest thing. That was the cutest thing in the world. I said all the mess that I had to clean up was nothing. I'd do it 10 times to get him to do that again. But on Josh's birthday, at Josh's birthday dinner that night, Josh said, Connor, stand up and tell everybody how you made Daddy's birthday pie. And he did. Oh, I'm telling you, he was so proud of that pie. And it turned out pretty, and it turned out good. So everybody, bake with your kids, bake with your grandkids and your great-grandkids. It's memories that they can't take away from you. I remember when I baked with Josh, and that's his daddy, and it's wonderful. And I love those memories, and it's wonderful. Please bake with your kids. So now I've got 30 to 35 minutes that this has to bake. So as soon as it's done, I'll bring you back. Hi, I'm back. Our peach cobbler is out of the oven. Smells yummy. Looks good too. We're going to see how good it is. Yum yum. That's so creamy down underneath. I like it around the edges. My daughter always goes and picks around the edges and gets all of that. So now I'll have the recipe posted down below with all the instructions. You can use canned peaches. I was just very fortunate to get some fresh ones. Very shocked. Walmart had them on sale, believe it or not, for 98 cents a pound. I was even more shocked when my husband went there, and then he called me and said, Walmart has corn for 10 cents a ear. And I said, you're kidding me. Because I had already canned and froze corn at $4.50 a dozen, which was good because most of the places have it for $7, but I always get it from one place, and this farmer always gives me the same price. So I was very fortunate to get it again this year. But at $1.20 a dozen, that's unheard of, and it's very good because he got some, brought it home, and I put it up. Matter of fact, he went back 3 times. I said, well, I'll put it up for my great-grandkids. They love it. And so I put more corn up. At that price, you can't go wrong. So I'm going to try my peach cobbler. I know it's delicious because I always make it, and it always is. It is. I guess I'm supposed to keep talking. I'd rather eat. Oh, that's good. anyway, canned peaches are just good too, but fresh are better. Oh, that's so good. I'll tell you, that's really good. All I need is a cup of coffee. So I'll have all the instructions, everything posted below. And if you have any questions, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. So thank you bunches. I hope you have a wonderful week. And see you again real soon.